All right, welcome back, everybody. Richard, what's going on, man?
Give thanks, give thanks. The old pulse rate is quickening
You,
by the
you know,
hour.
you know, because the time is nigh. well, after we have been leading up to what this is probably just as exciting, if probably just a little less exciting for a lot of us than the World Championship itself. So in a couple of days, we go into the Jamaica National Trials. We will be seeing the fireworks. How you feeling about that? Excitement?
Definitely excited.
Yeah,
Though there is a caveat, and maybe we may explore it on this broadcast or maybe another broadcast.
yeah,
I was engaged in a protracted conversation, debate with
yeah,
a certain halftime TV. Good evening, halftime.
yeah.
And the discussion went from the comment section till I had to jump on stream and reason this thing out, and it was protracted. My question was, the national trials are exciting at the national stadium. There's going to be a bag of excitement, added to which we've got the added bonus of the likes of Brian and Liston, and Cole and the Clayton twins, in the under 20 championships. Is that right?
Yeah, because it's a national and junior and senior trials.
Fantastic. So that really whets the appetite of
Mm.
certainly a Jamaican
Yeah.
audience, and the world. The Americans certainly will be taking an interest. But my question to you, Primo, is a Diamond League event
Mm.
as quality wise and interest wise as good as the national trials, in your opinion? Be
It
careful and
depends
listen to
on,
what I said in the question.
in my opinion, it depends. Diamond League, certain Diamond Leagues can be really, like if we look back on the Prefontaine Classic last year, that was a major event after the Olympics, right? Very exciting. Because of that race, that 100 meters women race. So yeah, they can have that pull, but I don't think it will have. It means a lot more on a Jamaican level watching the national trials. It kind of builds that excitement to go to Worlds. You know what I mean? So you kind of see where everybody is. It's not is you can't really judge by it because like if we see last year, Elaine qualified not winning, but went to the Olympics and smashed it, broke the Olympics record. Everybody, you know what I mean? So you have some athletes that will come in and just try to qualify. You have some athletes that will just lay down a mark and say, yeah, I am a threat. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely an exciting time, and especially for us Jamaican track and field fans.
Well, it whets the
Our
appetite.
national trials mean the world to us.
Well, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to tuning in and seeing how the trials go. And there's a lot to whet the appetite for sure.
Yeah.
Interestingly, though, this year has seen potentially. I don't know what your thoughts are and views and subscribers' opinions. Mind games. I don't know if we're going to see. In fact, I put it to you, it's unlikely we're going to
Mm.
see the Clash of the Titans, uh, featuring the likes of Elaine versus Shelly-Ann at 100 or
I think we will.
200.
We
Certainly,
will.
you think so?
Yeah, man.
Well, I look forward to that, but I'm waiting with bated breath. But I wouldn't swear blind that
Have
that's
you
a
why
definite gimme.
where you get that from? Have you heard otherwise?
Well, Shelly-Ann, as as a world champion, she's qualified automatically for the 100. She doesn't have to um, run to earn her berth on the
But she
Jamaican
will.
national team.
But from what I'm hearing coming out in the reports, both on traditional media and social media, is that she will do both.
Well, that'll
That,
be
that's
brilliant.
yeah,
That will be brilliant, and that will be, in my eyes, a bonus. It will be fantastic because all roads lead, in my opinion, to Eugene, Oregon. Whatever happens at the national trials
yeah,
may go into the history books or be consigned to the history books, because Eugene, Oregon, first time America hosting the World Championships, will be a mega event. But
Yeah.
this coming trials, in terms of depth and quality, and of course the competition, the
Yeah.
competitive competition for the places to join the likes of Shelly-Ann and Elaine Thompson-Herah, will be fierce. So it's going to be well worth the admission fee, no doubt about it. But I think there's
You
going to be
you
some
you believe it
sparring.
will be fierce?
Oh, no, well, no doubt. No doubt. Brianna Williams, Kemba Nelson, Davis, Natasha Morrison. I think it'll be pretty fierce. I think
All right.
this is where the quality
All
comes
right.
in.
You might have a point because when I look at the times this year, we have 7 women that have gone sub 11. With
There you
Brianna
go.
Williams at 10.98, Kemba Nelson at 10.97, Natalia White at 10.97 as well, Kevona Davis 10.95, Shericka Jackson 10.92, 10.79, Elaine Thompson-Herah, and 10.67 by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and those are the world lead and the second fastest time this year. Let me double check that to make sure. So you can go ahead and explain why you think so after I
You'd
put
be
those times down.
well. You'd be hard pressed. You'd be hard pressed across the world. Only
Mm.
maybe America, and that's at a push, could
Mm-hmm.
actually produce a list with the
Yeah,
leading lights producing sub 11 runs at the 100-meter distance. I know here in England, Daryl Neater has been pulling up trees by British standards anyway by going just sub 11,
yeah.
10.99, as
Well,
Shelly-Ann decimated her. But it's a case of Dina Asher, Daryl Neater, and also Rans. There's nothing else to report about in the 100
yeah,
or 200 meters. So Jamaica are spoilt for choice. You have a bevy. We have a bevy of talent that
yeah.
is arguably unrivaled in the entire world. We're small, but we're Talawa, and
Mm.
Talawa for real
Yeah.
competitive.
In terms of the national trials, I still don't expect the top 3 to change. I still expect those um 3 that represented us at the Olympics to represent us, to be the 3 to represent us at the Worlds. However, I guess the 4th spot would be for the relay team. And there's a that is up in the air. I think that one is the one that's up in the air. Brianna could be off the team if she doesn't come here and try to be consistent. I think that's her biggest problem. I don't think it's a talent. I think it's a consistency. So that could be the problem for her. The questions now that I have for you, Elaine Thompson-Herah, second fastest woman of all time. You would think she would easily be a favorite this season going into the national championships and the worlds. But especially for the 100 and also the 200. But Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in the 100 is not having it. She is world lead and she is world lead. She has a strong world lead. The world lead is so strong she ran it twice. You know what I mean? Just just to say it wasn't a fluke. You understand? Um, then you have Elaine with the 10.79. Then you have Julian Alfred with 10.81 and Aliyah Hobbs with 10.83. In terms of when you look at those times with our 10.67, Shelly is at this moment, if you go by the times, she's a touch above everybody right now. And Elaine is probably in reach of um or, or there are people that are running similar times or close to the times. Not to doubt Elaine, because we all know Elaine can show up her day and blow away Shelly and everybody. But should we be worried?
Should we be worried?
Mm.
Who you call we, Mr. Prima?
Or even all right, let's put it this way: should Camp Elaine be concerned by what we've seen so far this season?
I love the question, and let me furnish you with at least one answer from the reason boss. Look here. You saw what happened at Tokyo.
Yeah, man.
Going into Tokyo, Shelly-Ann had blasted Pocket
10-6,
Rocket Stars.
exactly.
Right. But enter Tokyo,
Exactly.
where the big chips were at stake, and Elaine came ready. And I tell you something, I put it to you, Mr. Primo, viewers and subscribers, that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a legend, a GOAT, is well aware that Elaine potentially, very much potentially, has her number. Her top speed, if she gets it right and she's on song, can match and potentially trump, as it has trumped Shelly-Ann before. Yeah, man. So with that knowledge,
but vice versa, I think Elaine has the higher ceiling. But Shelly, I think Shelly finds the consistency more. I think the mistake she made last season, I think she ran a bit too much. But I do agree with you though. Even though I ask you that question, it has to be asked because a lot of people out there are asking it. However, I do agree with you. Like I said, Elaine is the kind of athlete that when crunch time comes, she shows up.